Deep dives for Null and as well Anti-Venom have been released on the community. We have a look at the stats, the information, some of the abilities and all that jive. We also look into compensation matters for Cosmic Ghost Rider. Where the hell is it? And also the Hyperion arena and much more. Yes, hello everybody, welcome to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Monday. The returning one, because we've been out for a long time. Still on the laptop, which is a thing, but we continue on as best we can. So make sure to hit the like button, subscribe and all that stuff. Make sure to support the channel as you do. We're also 2,000 subs away from hitting that 60,000 subscriber sweet spot. So make sure, as I said, subscribe. It's absolutely free. Please. Also, big thanks to those that are members, Patreons, and as well Twitch subs. Appreciate you. When I get the PC back, hopefully, I want to say I'm going to be demanding it for tomorrow because I want to make videos the way I used to. Then we'll have the proper kind of like templates and stuff. So yeah, thanks very much to all those keeping the love and support as you do. Now we kick off the show with something fun because it's Monday and we need something fun with the seriousness that Marvel Contest of Champions brings. And I really do like this. So this thread started up and it's I sparked this idea because I've always thought Mangog reminded me of the Benny the Bull mascot of the Chicago Bulls, and I've been calling him that since his release. So if you know American-based sports, I want to say basketball, baseball, football, which I call football, but you call it American football. No, you don't call it American football. You call football. I call it American football. Whatever. So, so the criteria selecting a team they'd root for, name a similar or related team, has something in common with the team, similar to the mascot and colorway of the team, which is kind of like a good example here. So it kind of looks like, yeah, it kind of looks like that. You know, I don't really know American sports, but go sports. I suppose we could really do it with UK football teams, rugby teams, whatever. But yeah, I think this is amazing. Look at this. Just look at it. Look at it. It also it just looks similar. That Vegas Golden Knights. There we go. Look at that. We got also Atlanta Falcons and Detroit Red Wings. Yeah, with Falcon, of course. The Phoenix Suns. Yeah, I see that with Sunspot. Very good. We've then got the Steelers, which really is that the Steelers? That's a bit bland. Anyway, the Carolina Black Panthers. Oh yeah, hell yeah, I see that. We've also got the Los Angeles Archangels of Anaheim. Okay, that yeah, I see that. I see the color scheme. We've then got the Miami Heat and Calgary Flames. There we go. Yeah, that works well. We then got the Toronto Maple Leafs and what's the G then? The Cleveland Guardians. Wow. Okay, you know, it works together. It does work together a lot. The Raiders, yeah, I see that there. Not the Space Raiders, you know, those pickled onion starchy crisps for those in the UK. Yeah, that works with Nightcrawler. That works with Tigra. There's lots of this is a lot of fun, right? It's a lot of fun. It's good to see. We'll come back to this thread once I get my PC sorted out and we can have a proper little funky deep dive and all those things and whatnot. But yeah, looks cool, fun to see. Now we must move on to deep dives. I've got myself some notes. I'm going to be playing some footage over the top of this little segment in a minute, and then got reading off from my notes on the subject of these champions. Do bear in mind, full deep dives of these champions will be put on this channel later on today, which will be looking at the spotlights as well. So make sure to come back to the channel for some more information, as well as that will be dropping on the forums later on today as well. Right, let's begin by talking about Anti-Venom. The Anti-Venom deep dive, very, very interesting, amazing work by Dave as always. And there's lots of things to mention. So there's a decelerate debuff, which kind of slows down champions, but then it's kind of gives the idea that it's kind of like a slow debuff per se, but isn't a slow debuff. There's also disorient, so you can have the defense ability actually reduction, which is great, and also great against Spider-Verse champions. There's also this kind of narrative that the champion is very much utility meets a bit of damage with passive furies. The champion is immune to incinerate and also poison. Being immune to poison is going to be handy against the likes of Suicide Masteries, but there will be the problem of the recoil, which, look, you know, you can really get by if you, and that's the thing about testing out when I get this champion, the regen narrative, I keep saying the word narrative, I need to stop that. I'm back from holiday, I need to come up with new buzzwords. So the regen side of things, will it be able to pacify the amount of regen, or the amount of health that you'll lose by recoiling damage? That's something to point out. Easy stagger rotations with doing heavy attack. The champions petrify. There's lots of damage on offer from fury passives. The way that the champion is to be played is, from what I gather, SP3 to SP1 to SP2 and SP2 to repeat to maximize more passive fury damage. It's a very interesting deep dive, but that's just me kind of like summing it up in a nutshell, especially to the point of, like, as you can see on screen right now, is those fury passives and how you look to kind of like stack, maximize, and get those mutations on. You can see that, look, stacking up to 12 right there with a great amount of damage dealt. And now moving on to Null. Null seems okay enough. It's going to be one of these champions that has a lot of things going around or going on for the champion, and just understanding, well, what is it that's going to really tick about it. Armor breaks, burst damage, which you can just see on screen right there, seems to be very potent and very fun, but at the same time there's something that just kind of, I don't know, feels, is it missing from this champion or not? And that's really going to be the thing about people taking this champion, testing around with it, finding good rotations, and figuring out, is this the way that this champion is meant to be played? There's different modes. There's corruption, there's the symbiote side of things. So you've got like those two different types of narratives to play the champion, from medium attacks, building true accuracy in order to deal with things like auto block and evade. And as well, the way that Living Abyss is your kind of basis for then switching over to armor break rotation, which again is like something which we're going to have to really play about with and see. That's going to be the big thing. Is there a huge amount of damage on offer from this champion? Possibly, but I don't know if I've overly seen it just yet. So more on that at a later date when testing out this champion. I guess in a positive way, that having two champions where you can theoretically use Suicide Masteries with no great problem is a massive positive. So that's something I'm going to look forward to. I have been very tempted to switch to Suicide Masteries, and maybe these two champions as well as a few others this year might entice me to do that. But what are your thoughts? Put it in the comment section down below. Now we must turn our attention to something that was an issue last week. Yeah, so I think actually this is going to approach into week 2 of the missing Cosmic Ghost Rider logging crystal. Very disappointing for those that didn't get it. And it was just like an absolute smorgasbord of problems. So we pick up everything a little bit further on. Even by standards of, what is it, like early October, people still aren't getting this logging crystal. We're still on a bit of time right now. It's gonna take a little bit of while. As Kabam have noted, it's gonna take a little bit of time. Kabam's saying the team is working on getting the crystal out to everyone who missed it as soon as possible. It is taking a bit longer than initially expected, but will be sent and we'll update everyone as soon as we have more definitive information. That was as of 3 days ago, and we're still waiting to see it. So lots of people are really interested to see that crystal, even to get like a shot at something that, let's face it, you're probably not going to get it. Kabam Zanzibar said yesterday, I'd like to direct everyone asking about updates towards this post issued on the 1st of October. They may have missed. And Kabam said, well, yeah, so they are working to it. So the problem is we're still at a point of going, yeah, it's not there. I just read something that say like force the community to leave. I gotta be honest, if you feel like you're gonna leave the game over that, I don't think this might be the right game for you, especially because you know, it's either a case you've invested a lot of time into your roster, and Kabam, you know, Kabam do be Kabam at the end of the day. 6 months ago, you really thought we would give you a crystal. Yeah, I think I'm pretty certain you're going to get this crystal. It'd be a little bit ridiculous if Kabam didn't release that crystal to you. But I just think it's just one of these things where they're taking a bit longer because they've got to send out a version for people who are Thronebreaker, Cavalier, Conqueror, uncollected. There's kind of like multiple different layers of things that have got to be sent out to players, and if they don't have the stats and info and the time it takes in order to do that is very specific, it may mean that that's kind of a longer process to do in amongst all the other stuff that's wrong with this game. And there's a lot of stuff that's not exactly working perfectly at the moment, but hey, you know, hopefully you get it. If I get any more info, I'll let you know, but I just don't think you're going to get it until at least this week sometime, if to be optimistic about the situation. And now we end the show with some arena results. Now, I haven't got my spreadsheets because they're on my PC that's being fixed at the moment, but yeah, from the information that I've seen so far, we're looking at a completely ridiculous amount of grind for Hyperion. I even would probably say that there was close to 200 plus mil being put into to get a 6-star Hyperion. Crazy times with this, absolutely ridiculous. But, you know, nuts people aside, crazy people in the community aside, absolute mad lads aside, we got to find out, like, you know, where some results went down. So Moneyhead put in 178.172 mil. So 178 mil, and then got position 101. So yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to put in upwards of 180 mil to get a 6-star Hyperion. Also, Mr. Siglap, who did in the Refresh Rampage Arena 16 mil, that got 425 position, which is actually pretty low when it comes to getting those selectors. They've also got the 6-star, so Refresh Rampage, so the selector of those champions in the basic. Position 46 was got with 60 mil. So yeah, if you want to grab that, I reckon it's going to be about 40 to 50 mil for a 6-star champion. Selector could be a good kind of opportunity in the round 2 to pick up something good in that one. And then finally, just some more info here. 17 mil was enough for 386 position in the basic arena. So yeah, good luck in your grind when it comes to round 2 and all that stuff. And there we go. That has been the Marvel Contest of Champions news show. Should hopefully be getting my PC back tomorrow, so there's probably going to be 2 more videos, maybe even 3 before I get the PC back. So fingers crossed I get that, and I'm going to figure out a way of how I can like do my kind of gameplay recording, because that's going to be another kind of like thing to bear in mind. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, thanks for understanding as well, and I will see you all in the next video whenever that is. Bye bye.